for George Floyd and Breonna Taylor. Say their name.
Hundreds gathered in cities across the United States to protest mounting violence against Asian Americans. Rallies were held in major cities including Washington, New York as well as Atlanta, where 8 people, most of them women of Asian descent, were killed last week.
If we look at African Americans, they are black people. They have been on the road for 100 years, but they haven't finished yet. It's systematic discrimination. It's white supremacy that oppresses us.
The 21-year-old suspect has been charged with 8 counts of murder, but claims the killings were not racially motivated. But he had posted a racist shirt blaming China for the pandemic on Facebook in 2020. US Congress held a hearing on anti-Asian discrimination for the first time in more than 30 years. It had been scheduled before the attack to address the sharp rise in violence against Asian Americans. Representative Judy Chu said she was very concerned about the rising violence.
Asian American community has reached a crisis point that cannot be ignored. Since the beginning of the COVID-19 pandemic, Asian Americans have been terrified by the alarming surge in anti-Asian bigotry and violence we have witnessed across our nation.
Actor Daniel Dae Kim was also present at the hearing. In a video message released before the hearing, he had expressed his anger over the discrimination against Asians.
I was speaking to a pollster during the recent elections, and I asked him why, when I see polling results broken down by race, do I so rarely see Asian Americans as a separate category? He heard my question, he looked me dead in the eye, and he said, because Asian Americans are considered statistically insignificant.
Violence against Asians has escalated in the US since the pandemic began, with one study reporting nearly 3,800 anti-Asian hate crimes in the past year, 68% of them against women. And now Asian Americans are demanding action from US leaders to support them and curb violence against their community. Earhart Vermaak, CGTN.